Hello friends, welcome back. This is part 22 of Shep's My Spiritual Awakening and Destiny to Serve in Father God's Awakening upon the Earth. Now, in this part I'm going to talk about how I first got attacked and molested by Spirit and then seriously tortured by Spirit. So this was just about the end of May. So a lot had happened already, and as Peter said, it was a crash course. I didn't know why until much later on why it was a crash course, because there was imminent dangers about me. Now, I went out one summer's evening in the end of May with my girlfriend, and we went up, not to the mountain Guildford, but there's another valley hilltop to the other side of Guildford, to the east side of Guildford, and we walked up on there, and it was a bit of council ground where I used to go mowing my tractor sometimes, and we sat on a bench looking at a beautiful valley and scenery, and I was appreciating that. And then all of a sudden I started getting a very energized feeling all around my penis, and like somebody was touching it in spirit. This was all done with this technology, and they can give me an erection with it, and they did. And it completely, utterly freaked me out. I sat with my girlfriend, I didn't tell her, I didn't say nothing, I was out of my head, and I was talking to this guy saying, what's going on, help me, and he just turned around and said, oh, it's your Chinese healing guide, and she's trouble, and she's come down and she's molested you, and I had to go, told him to do something about it, and he said he was coming to do something about it immediately, and then it stopped and it all went back to normal. But it happened again a few minutes later, and and then we were leaving by that point. I wanted to go into Guildford quickly, and it stopped. And by the time I got to Peter's house, this guide in my life totally reassured me it would never ever happen again, and that it was all taken care of, and whatever else. Now this healing guide, nothing to do with them at all. They were a victim themselves in the spirit realm, which I'll tell you about shortly. Then anyway, a couple of days later, every night I was trying to get through to the spirit realm. So I went to bed this night, and I laid there, and I prayed in the usual way to have my light made brighter, and I had some strange feelings come upon me, and then the most intense pain I've ever felt. And I've broken bones, and I've had my teeth drilled in the dentist, and I've had a spear through my foot, and I've done some pains to my life, but nothing anywhere near this amount of pain. And it was in my rectum and anus, and it was the most horrendous pain. Now of course I called out to say what's happening, and he said, Peter had told me that when you come out of body you have a slight sensation sometimes in your back end in your rectum and that, and so anyway, they absolutely tortured me with this equipment. That's what they're doing, and it was the most severe pain you could ever suffer. I mean, it was well beyond my pain threshold, and I was rolling around on the bed in absolute agony, and they did that for 20 minutes, and I was the most intense pain I've ever been in, ever. And you could not be in more pain. Honestly, you could not be in more pain than that. And then after 20 minutes they turned it down, and I didn't go to Peter. I was dealing with it myself, and it was at about just below my pain threshold for another 10 minutes. Then they turned it down, and afterwards I could feel my spirit. It was like a disruptor beam, a pain beam from this equipment had gone through me, and it disrupted my spirit. I could feel all the particles of my spirit around my rectum and anus slowly going back to where they belonged. So they'd been disrupted and dispersed, my spirit, and it tortures you through your spirit mostly, although they can have many physical effects on you too with this technology. But they had tortured my spirit directly, and it was the most physical intense pain you could ever be in. I mean, it tortured my physical body through my spirit. And anyway, I investigated it all, and it had ruptured me. It had ruptured my anus. It was that bad. About a quarter of my anus was ruptured out, and I had to investigate inside, and every vein that was in the inside of my rectum, about 20, maybe 30 veins in there, were totally ruptured, absolutely ruptured, and you know, I was in agony still afterwards, but nowhere near that sort of amount of pain they'd done to me with that torture beam. And I went to a doctor, got an appointment as soon as possible, and went to a doctor 2 days later, and he just gave me, he didn't know what to make of it, he just gave me some pile cream to put up there, but that took me 3 months for that to recover fully, and then about 3-4 months later they did it again, but not quite as bad, but it done the same thing, it ruptured me again. So this pain beam can actually destroy your physical body too. And so that's what happened to me that night, and I don't want to ever experience that again. And I've had many things just as bad as that done to me, which I go on to in my videos later on, so in the attack videos. So I bless you, I thank you for listening. I hope I haven't grossed you out too much. Love and light, Shep.